If you ever ask a Michigander where they're from, they'll immediately hold up their hand and point like they're about to say the Pledge of Allegiance. We don't even realize we do this because we're the only state that has the luxury of having a built in map right at the end of our arms. And it's especially significant for people who live in the thumb. So we have, the lower peninsula or the trolls, as sometimes they call it. Then you've got, your upper peninsula that looks something like this. And those are the Upers. And then you've got those of us that grew up in the thumb, our own little tiny peninsula haven of awesomeness. And the best part about the thumb is it's all small towns. I may not have moved to Michigan until I was 5 years old, but I am at my core a small town Midwest girl who loves her roots, who loves her heritage, and who loves to say, I grew up right here. I grew up in the heart of the thumb in Cass City, Michigan. But I'm also the person who says, oh, we're going to take a trip this year. We're going up to Sleeping Bear Dunes. It's over here. Or Traverse City. It's up here. Or Mackinac City. It's right here. Ann Arbor, Detroit. We've got all of it. And we don't even realize that we're basically a walking, talking version of Google Maps until somebody asks us, hey, where are you from? Where are you going? And then we have everything we need right at the end of our arm. It's beautiful to see satellite pictures of Michigan because even though we know it's shaped like a mitten and surrounded by Great Lakes that do crazy things to our weather, to see it from the sky is something completely different. And if you've never looked at a satellite image of Michigan, it's breathtaking and it's wonderful. And it's so easy for me to talk about because I love being from Michigan so much. It's not describable. I can't describe it. I just love it so much. So being from Michigan, and especially being from the thumb in a small town, you grow up with a very strong sense of place and community and regional pride and all of the things that just make you really proud of where you came from. I went to high school and my graduating class was like 100 people. Living in this city, you have graduating class that are thousands of people. I can go through an old yearbook and still see the faces and remember, the names and the relationships that I had with these people because small towns, especially in the thumb of Michigan, are such tight knit communities that we, are always kind of ingrained with each other. There's pluses and minuses. Of course, it kind of stinks when you do something bad and everybody's going to know about it because, the whole town talks to each other. But there's also something really kind of special about being from a place that really makes you feel like you're part of a community and that you're where you belong. And so even though I was the only one of my siblings to leave the thumb area to come down to the big city and go to college and get my corporate job, and now I'm living in Armada, which is basically the cityest version of a small town that I could get and still be within like reasonable driving distance of the places I've kind of grown accustomed to. But let me be honest, I have always and will always be just a small town girl from the Midwest. It doesn't matter where this journey takes me. It doesn't matter how big the city is that I might be in at any given time. My roots are in small town Midwest, and I'm super proud of that. So the next time you see a Michigander and you ask for directions, don't be surprised when they say, it's right here. I'm so happy you're joining me for these fun little Midwest stories. I'll see you in the next episode.